So, Danny, obviously a huge difference between the first quarter and the last three. What was the difference in your performance?
2 plays. The 58-yard touchdown, we blown assignment in flat, and 95-yard touchdown in cover 2 should be impossible. That's the difference in the game. We told them all week long, you can't give up big play drives. I mean, that's how they beat Utah, the long play. We got them on 3rd down and 6 on the 5-yard line, and for a ball in cover 2 to get thrown over the top, that's ridiculous. And then the 58-yard touchdown, we got them covered, or underneath, the receivers were good, and they dump it out to the back, and we should have a flat defender out there covering him. We were playing some matchup zone stuff that the second half they had a really hard time with. The first drive, I think our guys were a little bit trying to get used to their speed and trying to feel what they were, and they completed some balls that I guess took us to get used to. I thought the 4th and 1 was a favorable spot. I don't agree with the call on the pick 6. I mean, I don't even know what they said, holding, and our linebacker who intercepted the ball runs through a receiver. I mean, I don't know why I want to see it on tape. But I mean, after we gave up the last long touchdown, they decided to start playing, and they had trouble moving the ball the rest of the day. But 2 plays is the difference in this game, and too bad Joey played his tail off in that situation.
Is there something about the start of games recently that's...
You know, last year was the 3rd quarter. This year we played, I mean, on defense, it wasn't, the first 3 was not an issue. And then Colorado, we give up, we give up the 3rd and 14, where we missed an assignment on the coverage on the back, which allowed that drive to continue. That was coach's message in there. If they ever decided to play, when we decided to play a full game, we'll be a pretty good football team. For 3 quarters, we outscore them. It's 3 to whatever, 26. But we gave up 28 in the first quarter. That's the problem. So we'll talk about it as a coaching staff, and we'll have to address something. We tried to change a couple of things in the order of practice, but we got to do something to get the energy going better on game day, because you're not going to win any games if you give them that kind of an onslaught.
So did you feel that the energy was a problem?
No, I thought they were ready to go. I thought really the 95-yard play, the 1st down, 2nd down was great. 3rd down, we're in perfect position. I mean, the Tillman should be running to make that ball thrown high. We got 2 deep half safeties that ought to either knock that ball down or intercept it. I mean, that's Willie Hart's. Cam got knocked out with a concussion, so Willie Hart's is in there, and he's got to start making those plays. I mean, between him and Ashari and Evan, I mean, that play's got to get knocked on the ground, and we get him the punt. And then the one on the matchup zone one and the back to the flat defender, we got to have. I mean, that should be covered. So the energy was not a problem. And even on the first drive when they went down there and scored, we had a couple opportunities. When the 3rd down we stopped, and then the 4th and short. I don't know. I wish I would have looked at the spot a little closer, because I thought that was a favorable spot. But we got to start better so that we can just get a 3 and out and start the game to get the offense the ball. I mean, we're deferring so that we can go on defense first. I want to go on defense first. And then, but the difference in the game is the 2 one-play scores. I mean, we got to eliminate those. That's how teams like that beat you. That's how they beat Utah. Too bad.
Are you comfortable with? I mean, Slovis was completing vast majority of his passes, but they were underneath. Were you?
Yeah, that was fine, because it was still 3rd and 6 when we were. I mean, they were completing them for 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4s. There was a couple times we were lined up a little bit too soft on some outs, and we fixed that. We finally got that fixed in the 3rd and 4th quarter. I mean, Kobe made a great play down there on a little speed out on 3rd and 5. I mean, I think he was 33 or 45, but I mean, a lot of those are like running plays within that offense, which 2nd and 7 and 3rd and 6, I mean, the defense is winning those, so we can get some of our pass rush action. And pass rush wasn't even a problem. I mean, there was a couple times when we had sent 3 that they had a chance to move it around, but the coverage was good enough that they didn't complete those balls. It was the early one, like I said, the 2 assignment mistakes, the wheel route, they got us a couple times with the bullet motion. We didn't handle that very well on the 2nd touchdown drive. Once we got that corrected on the sideline, and that was just an overreaction by those. I mean, it's stuff we practiced. We just had to talk them through it again. I mean, that's the veterans don't make those mistakes, and we got to get to that point where we don't make those mistakes, so we don't give up so we don't start so slow.
You mentioned Joey before that last drive. You went up to him, and it looked like you were like pointing to the scoreboard and saying a few words. What did you tell him?
I just told him that this is what we do, man. I mean, I asked him to bail me out for that first quarter, is what I asked him to do, and he smiled and he said, "I got you, coach." And it looked like that ball moved that they reviewed too, but they didn't overturn it, so they must have saw something different upstairs. But I mean, Joey did a great job for coming in, not knowing all week if he was going to play or not, trying to figure it out with Jaden practicing, and then wasn't able to go, and we stepped up. And so I think we got two really good quarterbacks in our program. They're just young. I mean, we got to grow up. We can't make those mistakes, and can't make one play mistakes. One play drive mistakes it kills you. And we hadn't had that problem around here. I mean, that's the biggest disappointment in that is cover 2 deep ball 95-yard touchdown. That I've never had that happen. So got to get it fixed in meetings so they don't make that mistake the next time we have that opportunity.
So your message to them at 28-7 was?
I called up the whole defense and told them, man, look, it's not what we're doing out there. Y'all just got to start playing. And right now, you got to forget about the scoreboard. We got to go back to playing football and just go out there and try and fight your tail off and have some fun. And if you do it right, we'll get back in the game. And I mean, give them some credit. They don't give in. But if we stop digging ourselves these dang holes, we'd be a pretty good football team. And we're not right now. We're just good enough to lose to a team we should beat. But we got to find a way to win. I mean, we're good enough to win the next 3 games if they prepare right and we don't start so slow. And coach has done a great job with changing things up to try and figure that stuff out. So we'll keep tinkering with it and get them right so that we have a chance to go down to Oregon State next week and win. Got a little chance to watch some of that between meetings. I thought Washington did a great job on defense last night. So we'll have to watch their film, see what we can do, and figure out a way that we don't start slow. If we don't start slow, our offense gets going, we can get a couple score lead and win some dang football games. And then we win that one. If we can go win that one, we'll come back here and play another great opponent and have enough talent on our football team to win if we coach them right and they get ready to play. We just got to stop making those mistakes. One play drives will kill you, and it hadn't been an issue, so we got to fix that. And now they're explosive. To give them credit, those dudes are good. I'm not saying Brown's fast. Shouldn't happen in cover 2. No way. Ain't no way.
You use Kobe some at safety again?
Yes, I thought he did a great job too. We called a couple things. They were doing a good job with 6 over there on some dig routes. If they had see the 1 high, Kobe did a great job. We changed a couple things up so that he's showing like a free safety, and then he's robbing and took a couple of those things away. Almost intercepted one. Jack almost intercepted one, and then we had the pick 6 that they called back. We're starting to get our hands on those footballs like I thought we would early in the year. I really want to see that one on tape to see why. I mean, because that's the difference in us winning and losing this game. But Kobe did a great job in there. When Cam got hurt, we moved Kobe in there because the experience factor. I mean, 5th-year senior, he don't make mistakes, and that's what you get when you have guys that have played a lot of football. And that's what we're building.
And how challenging is it when you play at a pretty high level early in the season, then you have some adversity, you lose a tough game, you start making some uncharacteristic mistakes? How hard is it to get that back during the final month of the season?
The kids, the character that our football team has, they don't ever stop fighting. And when you have that and you can build on that, then you've got a chance to build something pretty special. And they don't ever quit. They don't. I mean, that score's 28-7, and they're running through us like they're going through us easy. Okay, there's a big time opportunity that if you don't have a team that's engaged, they'll quit, and that game would be 62 to something, and they don't. They fight. Well, if we can clean up those mistakes, and as these guys continue to play more football, I mean, you don't give those plays up, and all of a sudden this game is 31-13. And Johnny, I understand that our fans are getting frustrated. I get it. I do. I get it. I've been a part of 2 football builds. At the University of New Mexico, we went 3 wins, 4 wins, 5 wins, and then we competed for the conference championship for 6 straight years and finished in a bowl game every year. That program has never done that. At San Diego State, they were god-awful before we got there. They've won 3 conference championships, and they're 8-1 right now. The way that we build it, we're doing the same thing here. Coach Edwards has done a lot of the same stuff here. I apologize that it's taken this time, but we got a chance to be a really good football program around here. Those guys in that locker room believe in what we're doing, and you can tell by the last 3 quarters. And if they keep fighting like that, and they keep playing more and more football, because you cannot change, there's nothing you can do to replace experience. And I keep saying it, Kobe Williams does a great job because he's played a ton of football. And he's been in that position over and over and over. And there's a plan in place, and you can see it unfolding, Except the frustrating part is when you give up those one-play scores, when you give up those things and you get in a hole. We'll learn how to fight out of those holes. Once we get to the point where we're building on those leads, you got a chance to do something pretty good around here. And if you look at the recruiting that's going on around here, we're going to have really good players. There was a bunch of really good players out there, and if we can handle the rest of this day and get those guys to come here and on top of the ones that we have, that's building a program. I don't mean to get frustrated. I know that the Sun Devil fans are frustrated. We are as frustrated as you are as coaches. But I promise you, show up like you did today, and we'll build a special program here in Tempe. What we had back when Kush was here. It's possible, and it's happening. And the guys in that locker room with a reason. So, I mean, that's what we got to continue to build on.